take two. Had to beat a rooster off because he was coming over here fighting me. So we got it. Here it is. Vexus 1985S. Look at he wants to find me some more. Vexus 1985S. I got a Suzuki 200 on it. We're gonna go over a couple of videos and show you what it's about. But anyway, story of this is I was looking for a boat that's little bastard. Looking for a boat that's aluminum that I can also have fun in and sometimes more conducive with my daughter. But also tournament fish because I'm still getting into that. And you know what? He is such a son of a bee. But my 721, it was really hard to, you know, fiberglass kind of fades. It's hard to get into places, especially like on Lake Havasu and some of these other lakes. And I remembered my aluminum boat, and I really had a nostalgia for that. And I wanted something I could tow a little bit better. And I was looking at this, and this is what I found on the net. And happened to find one. My daughter picked out the color, blue. Just an absolute beautiful color. It is easy to tow, so I drove like 700 miles one way to go pick it up. A lot easier to tow than my 721. Of course, it is a little lighter. The trailer, bro, come on. The trailer itself, which maybe we can get down here, color matched. You know, for a 19.5-foot boat, it's like 19.8. So yeah, roughly 19.5-foot boat. It's got tandem axle, double brakes on each axle. There's a brake on each axle. I'll tell you what, that it does. I mean, it helps a lot towing. Everything on this thing that I've seen so far, very impressed with the trailer. So we'll go over that here in just a second. We're gonna go over the outside of the boat here, and then we'll get down to the meat of it inside. And I'm gonna be honest, there's some things that I don't like about it compared to my fiberglass boat. But overall, so far, it's been great. And well, I've only had it out once. I tried to take it out yesterday, and trying to figure out the Suzuki just a little bit. Got it, and then now I'm just breaking it in, and it's amazing. It's a great engine, great boat. But we're gonna go over the outside, so here we go. So first thing you'll notice, if you look at the back, we'll start from the back, go to the front, is there's a pad haul on this thing. Maybe we can get down. So you'll see, this thing will focus in on it. And I guess live in the middle of nowhere, and here comes, we start filming something, here comes a damn plane. It's like, where are you going, bro? Where are you going? And then you got the rooster in the background. It's awesome. But anyway, pad haul steps. Yesterday I took this thing out, and it gets up. It is probably the best hole shot that I've had in a boat, period. And I've had a Phoenix, a 721 Pro XP, a Nitro, it'd be the equivalent to a Z21. What else did I have? A Triton. This boat, whole shot, second to none. Here comes the crew of ducks coming up here to photobomb the shoot. Anyway, so you got your plug and your various filters. This bunk system's pretty nice. I mean, what I noticed loading this is, it's a lot easier than my fiberglass boat. It seemed like the trailer, where on this ramp, you just slide right up, bam, you're in. I know nobody's really talked about that, but for me, the trailer, that's how you get to the place. So it is the most important. And if you're a single man running around doing, operating this thing, loading, unloading, just being this lighter, I guess maybe it's a lighter boat, or just the way the trailer's built to fit the boat itself, it really does help. Of course, you got your straps. Get down here, bam. Light system, everything's pretty good. You even have the little EVA foam steps on the side, which is nice, especially when you have this kind of automotive finish and you're out here on like the dirt. So you step on here instead of taking a rock on your foot. I know this is something simple, but you take a rock on the foot and you step here instead of on the paint job on the fender, saves you a little bit. So we've got the crowd. They decided to come over, make a little noise while we do this. Say hello. What are you doing up here? Hey, get your butt back over. Yeah, you. Bam, here we go, Suzuki 200. I already dinged it on the back here and the side. Ugh, don't even get me started. Something really stupid. You got to read the instruction manual, especially if you're doing something you're not normally used to. So you have the ladder, which is really cool. Now the thing with this is when you start to go with your power poles, right? Excuse me. You start to put your power poles on here. You can mount power poles here to the actual transom. So you don't have to go off the jack plate. And if you do it off the jack plate, it comes off a little bit here off the slide master, which we got, and it can interfere with your deploying of the ladder. But if you do straight, we got a crowd. Hang on, where you at? We got the crowd. Oh well. So yeah, you can mount. So instead of mounting your power poles on the slide master, if you want to still utilize this, which we will, you can actually mount your power poles directly to the transom because it's so strong apparently. So we're gonna do that, and I advise using the one pump system probably if you want to go blades. Trailer system, you see there's the ratchets. It's good to go. This is the meat, right? So you have the vault system and a chicken. Vault system hubs, can't complain. I've used them for a while. The Vexus, which I got to go out here with a rag and clean this back one up for sure. But you got your dual brakes, which I said for a 19.5-foot boat, tandem axle, dual brakes, something else, right? Bro. Hello. He's over here raising hell. He wants to be a famous chicken. Vexus, here you go, looking at everything for you. There's not been a very good video on this stuff. Okay, talking about the outside of the boat. So yeah, spare tire up here, same whatever wheel as you have on the other ones. Really cool caps. It's a trailer, but it's great. It's a good trailer. The lights are cool on here. You have your nav lights. So we'll start now that we got the trailer and some of the boat. So yeah, gone are the days, excuse me, got a chicken here. Gone are the days of putting a little pole in your nav light thing to be compliant when low light, and in tournament situations, you now have these little buggers. You have one on each side of the Vexus, which is pretty awesome. I like that because I'm in the mornings you're going out and you got to pull that little thing when you get to your first spot. Now there is one on the back. It's actually pretty cool. It's a pole. It's like not your traditional like metal looking pole, but it sticks up a little bit. Not a huge deal. It's the front one always gave me guff or whatever. Anyway, so you got that. This thing is wide, by the way, which we'll get into that when we get into the interior. But I got the Garmin Force on here, which I've had now, the Lowrance Ghost. I've had them in Coda, Fortrix, another Motor Guide, and now the Ghost. And I'll say so far, the Ghost is super quiet and it's powerful. I'm running this as a 24-volt system currently. It's amazing. It's great. Now I haven't had it in super rough water yet. I haven't really beaten it up, but so far so good. Deploy is super easy. The controller system is great. I love that thing, especially when you have a kid and you're dealing with all kinds of things going on. It's just great. It's awesome trolling motor system. It integrates with your stuff too, because I got Garmin graphs in here. Anyway, up front, super awesome. Can't complain. You can see this here where the boat comes up, where they welded it. It comes out really wide, and then it comes up here. It's deeper than your traditional bass boat. And let me tell you, when you are on the water with this thing, one, my first thoughts are not that it's an aluminum boat. It's feels solid as can be. I never thought, and the thought never came across my mind, this aluminum boat. It feels solid. You're in the waves. It's a hybrid. It's almost like having a walleye boat with bass boat looks, right? So that means for a 19.5-foot boat, that means you hit rough water, you feel safe. The people that are with you aren't like big tournament fishermen, haven't had that kind of rough water experience. They're in here, they feel safe. I know my daughter going down from the 721 into this, and we had some chop, we had some white caps yesterday. She loved this boat. Usually with the 721, it rides really well, but you're kind of open and it would scare her. This one, you sit in there, and if she felt good. In fact, we ended up staying longer until it kind of calmed down. It was great. And caught a bedfish, caught a smallmouth. So we might want to show that. You know what's always sucked for me is driving into a gas station with my boat, my 721 or whatever. You come up and you're not quite lined up, right, with the other pump. So you get gas in the truck, and inevitably hopefully you got a pull thing to go in the back. It's way in the back, and it just adds some hassle. Vexus came up with something that is pretty awesome. It's right here in the middle. I pulled up yesterday. Granted, I have a full tank of gas, but I was looking at it, I was like, dang, I could just fill up my truck, fill up my boat pretty easy. And you know what? It's changed that a little bit. I've changed the game or whatever. It just made it more convenient for you. Not only that, but the gas tank goes up the center. It's not in the back. It's not sitting behind your seats or something like that. It's down in the center here. And that kind of helps with the ride too. You're distributing the weight properly for the best, most advantageous ride you can get in a boat. Of course, I got the dual consoles. This thing looks cool too. The emblems, the way the consoles are, they're wide enough. You can take like a 12-inch graph on there, but they also are aerodynamic for sure. When you sit behind there, it does protect you, especially the way this thing seats, where you sit in the boat. It's not bad. Anyway, so we got recessed foot. Everything's fiberglass inside here. So you're thinking, one, this casing makes it look almost like it's glass. Looks like a car actually, because it is like a car casing. But inside's fiberglass stuff. Yeah, like I said, you're riding in this thing, you don't feel like you're in an aluminum boat at all. This feels like a fiberglass boat because it's a hybrid. I can't tell the difference, man. This is an amazing boat. All right, so the other thing we did on the outside with this boat is we went Suzuki. Why did we go with Suzuki? Well, I've ran Mercury's on most of my boats, actually all the boats. I've been in some Yamahas; those are pretty good. But I've heard nothing but good things about Suzuki. Besides, I dropped this cowling already and put a ding in it. But overall, Suzuki's, I've heard they have like the least amount of like warranty claims. They're like rock solid. Granted, they're kind of new on the scene for the bass scene, but a lot of guys are running them, and supposedly one of the most reliable engines there is. So we're gonna try it out. Beckett, what your deal, bro? What your deal, bro? You want a photo, Bob? Now you're running away from the camera. Now you run away. Okay. All right, so that's pretty much the outside. I might forget some things and go over it later on. But pretty much trailer, check. It's great. Outside of the boat, looks aesthetic, rides great, check. Engine, check. Trolling motor, check. Everything's good to go. And I've ridden in quite a few boats. Not only the boats that I've owned, but other people's boats. Whoa, whoa, whoa. We're losing it here. All right. So, next video, we're going to go on the inside of this thing. and I'll show you what's going on inside there. And this is where we get to some of the things that, yes, I might not like as much as I did my 721 or even my Nitro. Well, I wouldn't say that. There's a couple things, but overall, I have to give this an A plus really. But we'll go over that in the next video. So check that out. Right now, we are going to. I'm probably going to go hit the lake again, and then I'll do an interior one. But I got a little bit of time. I got to break in the engine. We got the Suzuki. That's the other thing on the outside. Okay, the Suzuki. The reason I went with Suzuki